absolutely get bored and
It's
send
funny
me
that she says
random
that.
tells.
It's funny that she says that because we were literally just talking about this like 2 days ago. How like I haven't been on very much lately in game, and yet every time I log in within about 10 minutes of being online, I will get just a wall of text. Like just out of nowhere from somebody will just be this huge wall of text. And it's not like when you send a GM a tell, they're not online, you just lose like everything that you sent them in a tell. Like it's like a gamble. Like you could type out 6 paragraphs, but if we're not online, your message is just lost to the ages. It's just gone. Um, so when I'm not online, like I'm wondering, are people just sending like walls of text to every GM that they know is on the server, like that could potentially be online? Do they have a macro that they just push? It's just like slash tell Derubael, wall of text, slash tell Sirken, wall of text, slash tell Eunomia, wall of text. I don't exactly know how it works, but I do know that there are people sending walls of text when they don't even know that I'm online. Because I'm anonymous and I'm hidden and I haven't said anything. And yet they still send me these huge walls of text out of nowhere, and I've only been online for like 5 minutes. I'm like, how do they know? What, are they just sitting here pushing a macro? Are they typing this out every time? Because if they're typing it out every time they're sending it to me, like I legitimately feel bad that they're doing that because they could type that out 30 times a day before they finally catch me.
I send a blank message,
That's
and if
what
it
that's what
doesn't,
most people do, and that's what I would think that other people would do. But no, some people just send huge ass walls of text.
Alright, we have from Psych408. Sirken, if I screwed up my first ever Sky Quest and EverQuest, is there any chance of me getting my items back? Thanks in advance.
There sure is. Petition forum. Same process as I mentioned before. You put in the petition form, and then someone on staff is going to check it out, make sure it's a legit claim, and then I will get to it and I will gladly restore the item at that point.
Now, a point, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if a player is being like overbearing, heavy-handed, or harassing GMs through tells, you are allowed to ignore them. Yes.
Oh, I have so many players on my ignore list.
There you go. Don't spam the GMs; they just might decide not to care.
Mm-mm.
Patience is a virtue.
Some of them know how to send me tells when my tells are turned off, and if they do that, I put them immediately on ignore. Because my tells, when they're off for a reason. That doesn't mean get around it. That means do not disturb right now.
Vero asks or says, "Positions take so long with all the RMT bans. Sad face. Been waiting over a week for mine."
Say that again? Sorry, I was reading something.
Yeah, what?
Petitions take so long with all the RMT bans. Been waiting over a week for mine.
Yeah, right now there is a lot of petitions, and so the response time is a little bit longer than normal, but don't hate us, hate your local RMTers for that.
You are
Yeah, and
still loved.
right now, even without the ban petitions, by the way, because I've actually managed to clear most of those out of the forum, and they're not really coming in anymore. But even without those, we're getting, and this is not even including the in-game queue at all. We're getting around 60 petitions a day in the petition forum, which is crazy. Like it hasn't been this much in like a long time.
No.
And I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if people just started randomly exploding in game, or if I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But there's so many that are coming in. I just cleared it 2 days ago, and it's already back up to more pages than it was before I cleared it. So I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
kind of petitions.
Mostly are, I really didn't RMT, unban me, help.
Those are mostly done with. Those are mostly gone. It's more just IP exemptions and this guy stole my camp, or this guy's breaking play nice policy on red, or I need a name change, or I need a reimbursement because I turned in an item wrong, or my corpse is missing. Like it's just general stuff. Most of the RMT ban wave petitions are cleared out, but there's so many more that just keep coming in for other stuff. Um, like I was saying, I cleared out the petition form and got it down to uh, like 140 threads, I think, just the other day, and it's back up to 220. So it fills up really fast.
Oh
Jones
God.
says, my last petition took 3 months, but it did get resolved eventually. Just be patient. There's also a
There,
lot involved, especially for quest returns, to get those reimbursed as well. There's a lot
there,
of verification that needs to be done.
there was a window of time between November and the end of February where I was extremely, extremely busy working on, we'll say, real life things that didn't finish until like literally the last week of February, February 27th. And so if you were waiting in that window of time, everything that required me took a lot longer. And you do have my most sincere apologies for that.
The answer is the GMs do have stuff they do besides this, and although they love each and every one of you separately but equally, they do not have all the time in the world.
In your own special way.
Yes.
In your own special individual way.
P. Mackin asks, any thoughts on the Chest and Rages thread from RNF today and DA type tactics?
I would have
Yes,
to say that
yes.
all of my thoughts on that subject are currently in the raid discussion thread in the raid discussion forum.
And here are my thoughts. Bryjon Thorson, Melton 2280, Slamzerin, Rekorb, and Glowboxy. Thank you very much for clicking the follow button. And I ask the rest of you to click the follow button too. It puts a smile on my face when you do it.
Great segue. Great segue.
And it'll let you know when I'm streaming. It'll let you watch on your iPhone or Android device, or even no, I don't think you need to follow me for that. Never mind. But you should check it out. If any of you aren't doing anything, go hop on your Xbox and go to your Twitch app. There's a Twitch app on Xbox. If you don't know, download that. And then tell me if you can use the new search feature because they added a search feature to the Xbox one finally. You might be able to watch there too. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we have El Banana Rooster saying, to be fair, I feel like last month the amount of people invading camps and or generally being butt faces has increased. IMO.
We feel the same way, and we're currently in the process of bringing on 2 more guides. They should be getting started sometime this week. We already have, they're picked out and everything. We're just in the process of setting up their new staff accounts.
All right, we have Tellin Dark Forest. Do you want people reporting those violating the naming policy?
No. Well, I mean, you could petition it in game, but don't put it in the petition
If it's a
form.
name, if it's a name that legitimately offends you, and don't bullshit, because there's so many people who put in, they just waste time and they put in name violations. Oh, God damn it, I can't speak. There are people who put in name policy violation petitions for names that obviously are not offending them. Like if we see some dude putting in whose name is fucking Cheech and Bong, and they're putting in a petition against somebody whose name is Weed 420, or like you can't say 420, but Weed fucking Cheech and Chong. Like it's just fucking stupid. Like we know that you're just putting it in because you want to fuck with that person. If it legitimately offends you, go ahead and put it in. If not, then just let it go.
Right. When Ball Liquor petitions big boobs, it's hard for us to take it seriously.
Seriously, and that's a much better example, but I didn't want to go that extreme.
I know
You guys
big
get the
boobs
gist.
was very extreme.
Sirken's got your back. He'll go that extreme.
Yeah, but if we see that, like, we're just gonna delete that petition because you're obviously not offended by some fucking stupid name that that you're sharing yourself. If
Yep.
Big Tits is petitioning Big Boobs, like, it's obviously not a thing.
We have ARG88. Do you refer to the times when the petition queue was empty as the good old days? I'll follow up
No.
and say, when were the petition queues empty?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. The in-game petition queue is empty when I log off every time. The forum petition queue will never be empty. I've been on staff for fucking over 2 years now, and I was on staff on VZTZ for a couple years before that, and I've never seen the forum petition queue empty ever on any server or for any staff in the history of ever.
We have
we have been trying to get the raid discussion access switched over so that Splorf doesn't have it and one of you guys has it, since we know he's not an A team anymore. It's been taking a little bit of time. I'm sure it'll get done with most haste, but You guys gotta sit tight for just a little bit longer.
Uberbandit, this guy's moving in on your turf.
I'm aware. You know
We're
what?
gonna
All
take
right,
him
what I
out back.
have is, go ahead, Uberbandit. You take over the question and answers again. I
All right.
saw that. And I thought,
Yeah, I'm on top of all these. I was about to say, and you just hopped right in. And you know what? If you think you can do a better job, I'll just back away. I can do other things.
No, see, I'm gonna tell you right now, I like Uberbandit better because he reads the question.
I agree 100%.
Because people
Uberbandit
watching the
does a good
VODs
job.
don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Uberbandit does a good job.
All right, we have P. Mackin. How does P99 stay running / staffed out of Rogan's pockets? Volunteer.
It's a combination of donations from wonderful players that want to donate to help to keep the server running, as well as a lot of Rogan and Nilbog paying out of their own pocket for things. A lot of stuff, it's just on the spot, and you don't have time to go and get money out of a PayPal account and have it sent to your bank and take it out of an ATM or go to the bank. You just go and do what you have to do because it's more of a pain in the ass to get it out of the donation fund than it is to just whip out cash or whip out a credit card.
Like when I believe both of the hard drives failed at once.
Yeah, that was brutal. Or when
Yeah.
we needed a new layer 3 switch last year. It was really expensive. And then so with that, and then it's volunteerism. Obviously, nobody on the staff gets paid, and I can tell you for sure that the donations, there's no overlap. Like, there's probably not been a single month in P9 history where the cost of the server was less than the donations that came in. So it's not like there's some massive donation fund where everybody's getting paid. The server's hosted in a nice data center, and it's a nice box. It's not a garage box, and it's running off of some good hardware. So it costs money to keep all that up, and it costs money to keep the pipeline flowing and keeping all you guys connected. And then we've got devs, and everybody works volunteer. And I can't believe Sirken missed an opportunity to say volunteerism. And that
Actually, what I'm doing is getting the link and telling everybody to just go ahead and click, or for some reason that's not clickable? Well, whatever. Copy and paste that thing that I just put in chat and go there. It'll be worth it, I promise.
All right, we have Mr. Jones. Your questions. Long, so we're doing Globoxy first. Are the server cost details public info?
I mean, you can look up the kind of stuff that we have and then go look up what those services cost and get a pretty close ballpark.
You'll have a hard time doing that too, because our data center has custom plans and it's different for everybody.
That's why ballpark.
Yeah, you could ballpark it probably if you win, looked hard enough. I mean, you could always call too. You could hit them up and be like, "Hey, I want to have this kind of setup. Like, what would I need to do?" And they'd probably tell you. But yeah, we pay for extra stuff in the data center to help make sure that the
How's it?
runs smoothly.
How's the DDoS thing coming along?
What
I don't know if you felt any
DDoS thing?
lag in the game. I haven't, but I haven't been in the game, so.
Well, I have, and I have not been feeling any DDoS lag, so.
Sounds like we're free and clear of that DDoS, and it's gonna start tomorrow. Now that I said that.
Yeah, don't give him any ideas, right?
Mr. Jones
Yeah,
wants
that's
to
what I'm
know,
worried I gave somebody an idea.
are you guys stopping at Velius?
Who knows? Who knows what we're doing? The world is our oyster.
The world is
Oh, god damn it.
official expansion that'll probably come out. There's definitely talk of custom content after that. But no one really knows what direction that's going to go in. Nobody knows if we're going to. Oh, I dropped my headset. Nobody knows if we're going to try to skip an expansion, or if we're just going to release, Nilbog custom created and approved stuff, or what's going to happen there. But the server won't stop at Velious. That'll be the last official classic expansion that comes out.
Coffee Breath wants to give all the devs a bleep for their hard work, one per customer. You got censored, sir. Something tells me, I don't know. I don't
Try
even know
again
what
with a
to go with
euphemism, Coffee Breath.
that. Or a period.
I'm sure you can fill in the blanks with your imagination.
Len Cole wants to know, did something with the graphics change for the past week been getting weird flickering?
Check your graphic card.
Also, are you running through WinEQ? I know sometimes that can have a lot of the graphical issues because computers are too good for EverQuest nowadays. And shit gets weird.
That is true.
I actually had an issue with weird flickering. The way I fixed it, I believe you turn the sky on and then off, and it fixes itself. I could be wrong. It's been a long ass time.
Sounds kind of shady. I'm not sure if I would follow that advice, people.
I mean,
Advice?
what's gonna happen?
Don't follow my advice, okay? You don't know where it's going to take you.
I mean, it's better than nothing. What do you offer, Derubael?
Reformat your computer.
All right, you heard it here first.
Just wipe it clean. Just wipe it fucking clean.
Official stance from P99 staff: wipe it clean.
You're having trouble with EQ? Wipe it clean.
Oh, god damn it.
No step, but I'll throw in my vote for WinEQ. It's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, it was a little confusing at first, but then once I set it up, I was concerned not having the patch me option in the launcher. I thought that would fuck it up somehow. Nope, it just totally takes care of itself.
I feel like Nilbog uses it.
I
WinEQ.
know Rogan definitely.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Maybe it's Rogan I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I can say it works just fine.
It bugs me that I can't use hotkeys that lead to other windows outside of EQ while, but I guess that's classic, so.
Oh, hotkeys.
Ten
Like I
tricks
can't use
adding.
a push-to-talk key.
See, we have a couple suggestions. Mr. Jones, you might have to put it on a single core if you have dual core or more, or Tentric saying max FPS solves a lot too. Turning off Sky seems to work for now. We'll see how that goes. Suck it, Derubael.
So you're saying your push to talk doesn't work when you're
Not
playing
when
the game?
when I have my WinEQ window selected, I can't use a push-to-talk or any hotkey that leads to another window. They get blocked by WinEQ.
Really?
Yikes.
Yeah, so I have to actually alt-tab out to push-to-talk.
Now, what are you talking into? What program?
Skype and OBS both do it. They both get blocked when I have my WinEQ window selected. But I don't think it happens when I just run Titanium.
That is weird. There might be some settings down in the depths of WinEQ you can ponce about with.
I searched, but maybe it is me. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't used push to talk for a long time, so I don't know specifically.
My push to talk doesn't work if I'm not running whatever program uses push to talk in as admin, if that makes any sense at all.
I mean, it works. It just doesn't work when I have WinEQ selected as the selected window.
I actually just got tells saying the same thing you just said.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, running as an admin.
Yeah, if you run whatever you're, like when I select my anything other than Skype, my push to talk won't work on Skype unless I'm running it as admin.
Okay, I will give that a try.
And ARG88 and Botnet P99, thank you for clicking the follow button. ARG,
Botnet
you,
99.
that's legit. That's legit. That is a legit follow.
99, maybe not the best screen name to have on Project 1999.
Nope, that's a legit follower. Thank you for following.
I love that he followed just as we were talking about the DDoS.
Well, we gave him a shout out.
It's clearly not related in any way.
He's repaying the shout out with a follow. We'll take it.
We have Dacon wanting to know what setting turns off the advanced water. He already has the old water deselected. How can he turn off completely?
Like, so he doesn't see liquid in the game?
No, to not see the new water effects, to go back to all the old ones because some of the new ones are still sticking.
That I do not know. But it sounds like an amazing question for our technical discussion forum. Everything got real quiet.
Where would that farm be located?
Ah, thank you, Nick. Because I thought we might have lost the Skype call for a second. www.project1999.com. Go there. It has absolutely everything you need to start playing with us. It's free. It's classic as shit. And it's the best classic EverQuest you're going to find on the entire internet. Servers currently in Kunark. Velius is on the way. Velius beta servers are open right now. We don't allow RMT or macro quests or showy queue or any kind of cheating garbage. It's 100%. We don't allow two boxing either. That is a correct statement. It's 100% free forever and ever and ever. There's no station store or pay to win or anything like that. www.project1999.com. Go there, check it out. You can start playing with us.
So it's a great time to start too.
It is always a great time to start. Population just lost a bunch of dirty cheaters, so I imagine there's lots of good camps opened up.
And lots of new people rolling on the server again.
lots of low-level people to play with.
I
Experience.
mean, we always
right?
have that though. So
The circle of life.
yeah, there was some guy that was raging out earlier today. He had not going to name any names here, in order to protect the guilty. But he had been raging out on the forums sometime within the last 48 hours. I'm not going to give an exact time because that might give him away. He was raging out on the forums. He had been banned for RMT like a while ago, and he tried to get his account back. And I told him like, no, we're not giving you your account back. I guess he'd gotten like rebanned for RMT like 6 months. I guess he had admitted to RMTing and he had helped do something to help us get more RMTers. So he'd gotten all of his gear stripped and he'd gotten unbanned. And then he went and he RMT'd again and he got rebanned and he was asking for his account back and I told him no. And he was like, well, you're a fucking dick. I'm going to go talk to Rogan. I was like, good luck with that, buddy. Like, you have fun with that. Good luck. That always works out well. Make sure you refer him to this post where you call me an asshole because he loves that.
Oh, I love when they just blast the staff and then are like, I'm gonna go to Rogan.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite. That's probably my favorite line as a P99 CSR. I'm gonna take this to Rogan. I'm always like, okay.
Going over your head.
You do that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna go to Rogan. He's not gonna answer your fucking question, and you're gonna end up coming back to me. Or he's just gonna straight up tell you to go talk to me. So you're kind of screwed either way.
Baron wants to know, where did my donation funds go?
To the account that collects all the donation funds. If you're asking like what specific thing we spent those dollars on, I have no idea, but if it makes you feel any better, you can pretend your dollars are either still in the account or you can pretend that they went towards last month's data center bill.
It's a choose your own adventure.
It pretty much is. We don't keep everyone's money in neat separate little piles.
Give us a list of some of the things that are the expenses that P99 crew have to pay for. I think that would satisfy Varen.
Any kind of hardware replacement, any kind of hardware upgrade or improvement, data center costs, fucking DDoS securities, and then other costs that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about, but when people do things against the server, we have to do things to protect the server.
Right. The data center cost is the huge majority of it, but there are other things that factor in that, like Sirken was saying, to protect the server. But it's mostly the data center cost. It's not cheap, especially not cheap to protect the server from malicious things via the data center. So that's where most of that goes. Or hardware upgrades, that kind of thing. But usually people are pretty nice. We've got some really great people on P99 who are pretty deep into the tech industry, who have access to a lot of the hardware that we need.
Artisan wants to know, you guys play exclusively on P99, or what else are you playing?
There's a couple games there's another game I play that's online, and then there's a couple games. There's a couple games I play online, there's a couple games I play offline.
You know, some games, they're online.
I don't want to say, I'm not going to say them.
Just say them.
I'm not
We
going
play
to.
video games.
Video games.
You heard it
I
here
want to know
first.
what games you're playing.
Sirken, like,
What
are we
games are you
talking like
playing?
Hello Kitty's Island Adventure? Like, what can't you
Are you
say?
playing
Monster
ESO?
Girl Quest.
I am a master veteran level player of Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Dude, that game is a little creepy. Like, you're collecting glitter dust, and you're like putting up posters to support Hello Kitty's like monopolizing empire.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds pretty legit. That sounds like
It's
a
a
solid
little
game.
Russia-y.
Is this a real game? Like, I'm gonna play
Yeah.
it now.
There's
They don't call me. My name doesn't sound like the name of My Little Pony for nothing. Like, that sounds fun to me.
oh god.
If
Oh,
you visited TMO's website on April Fool's Day, it was all Hello Kitty. It's pretty
That's
funny.
excellent. That's excellent.
P. Mackin wants to know what's the most amount of plat/items total that a single person lost in the RMT ban wave.
Oh, that's a juicy one.
I like that one. Please
Let's-
answer it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Please.
Players want to know.
oh,
Oh,
Derubael's AFK
Yeah,
getting food
Derubael
off
would
the
know,
stove,
probably.
and he's the one who would have to answer that question.
Damn. Hold
Yeah.
on to that.
I will bring it to him when I hear his voice return. Don't worry, P. Mackin. I got you.
Yes, when you hear that's a Derubael question, so just re-ask it when he's back.
See, how much bandwidth does EQ alone consume per hour? That's probably a Rogan or Neilbot question.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's definitely above my pay grade.
Yeah, that would be the people that directly deal with the server, and they might not even know and or care. I mean, they might have a general ballpark, but something tells me it's not a lot.
Oh, I'm sure Rogan knows exactly how
Yeah.
much.
Let's see. Hungry Bear donated during the DDoS attacks. Good on you, sir.
Yeah, and
Dugox.
time out. Again, big thank you to everyone who does donate because it really does help, and we really wouldn't be able to have such a good server if we didn't have donations. Because
Donation, yeah.
we can only afford so much out of our pockets, and so yeah, it really does help, and we really do appreciate it, and thank you guys.
And they don't only monetarily support the server. I mean, Rogan receiving the donations, it's comforting knowing that there are people that appreciate what he's doing and want to support it so strongly that they're willing to give their money to the server.
Absolutely.
Like, that's accepting donations is not a thing that comes easily. It's definitely very humbling. Let's see. Dollars go towards BK value menu, most likely. Just Jugox asks, blooming onions?
No, we do not accept donations in the form of blooming onions.
They totally accept donations in the form of blooming onions.
But I mean, if you want to send breakfast burritos, you should contact me off stream.
Or real life pizzas.
I live in Chicago. You're not going to send me a better pizza than what I'm going to get here. I'm sorry.
Ooh, the gauntlet has been thrown down.
Yeah, I'll put that up against anybody.
Any New Yorkers in chat?
No, some New Yorker tried doing that shit to me a while ago on the forums, and he gave me the name of his best pizza place, and I looked it up, and I found pictures of that garbage, and I posted it, and then I posted Lou Malnati's, and I was like, good game, son. Like, thread over.
Smack and Cheese wants to know, why are we watching our raid?
It gives
Excuse
you an
me, I answered
outside.
it.
Oh,
Look,
I
the
answered it right
VODs,
below that.
think about the people that are watching this after the fact. It's not all about you right here in this moment.
Oh, right. We're not reading chat when we're watching the stream. You're right. Okay.
Carry on with the answer, Sirken. It's been dealt with.
Mobile Vortex, you need to look up John Stewart and Lou Malnati because the owner of Lou Malnati's Pizzeria was actually on the John Stewart show, and he made that asshole eat some pizza, and he wasn't able to talk shit about it afterwards.
Rakan Tiza says, you haven't lived
No,
until
hold
you've
on.
tried-
I'm not even done. I still feel the need to defend my city and my pizza.
Go ahead.
My pizza will rob you, and it will take your goddamn phone and your shoes and your starter jacket and leave you on the side of the road. Do not say bad things about Chicago pizza. All right, I'm done now. I'm done. We can move
don't
on.
worry, it's coming back. Rakanza said you haven't lived until you've tried a battered fried pizza from Scotland.
I don't even know if that's like people food.
When you deep fry Twinkies, a pizza is not too far of a stretch.
Don't deep fry Twinkies.
But deep fried Oreos.
Don't do that either.
It is so good though. El Banana Rooster says, someone change the channel to Crushbone. All this buffing bores me. Good man. Good man.
I like that. We need to have like a P99 dial, so you can just like dial through different zones.
Right, because being able to dial through what camps are open is totally a great idea.
Oh, god damn it.
Knix, this is a buffing raid only. It's all about mana conservation. Excellent. They need practice for the actual buffing periods. 4-inch PVC Pipe wants to know, Sirken, do you keep in touch with old guides/GMs? Have you heard from Uthgard lately?
Me and Uthgard, I don't think ever spoke. If it was only once or twice. We were never on staff at the same time, and so we never really became pals. But I think Uthgard was really good for the server until he wasn't, and I think he did a lot of great things while he was on staff.
Shout out to Sith6 in Crushbone boppin' orcs. Show those bluebies their place. It's a pastime everyone can enjoy. Boppin' orcs.
Boppin' orcs.
I have to say one of my best memories from Crushbone living that area in general was the first time that you are blinded by an oracle. And your screen goes completely fucking black, and you have no idea what's going on.
I played on a PvP server on live, and my first blind experience was also my first PvP experience. I thought my monitor broke, and I ended up getting ganked by this dwarf who was 8 levels higher than me, and he took my greater lightstone and left me crying naked in front of Caladan.
Aw.
Yeah, I felt dirty and violated. I went on this one-man crusade because you could still kill level 1 players at that point. So my level 8 mage was just running around one-shotting these dwarves with his new level 8 spell, hoping to get a greater lightstone off one of them. But no, not a thing. Just a lot of dwarves died that day for some asshole's crimes.
PMACN, we partially have a Derubael. It is currently satiating its desire for edibles.
I'm shoveling my face full of food.
Well, this is something that might require some backlook, so this is something you can answer, soak on this one for a bit. Well, we'll present it to you. Are you ready, Derubael?
My mouth is ready.
All right. What's the most amount of flat/items total that a single person has lost in the RMT ban wave?
Let me think about that one for a bit.
I'd have to run the
While he thinks
numbers.
about that,
It's like that. In other
I want to
news,
say I'm confused that EC is the auction place on this server when everyone who I talk to seems to have memories of growing up on Fadeware. To me, it was all about East Commons. Like getting blinded by an orc for the first time was East Commons. I guess my hometown is Freeport, but everybody's talking about Greater Fadar, Crushbone. I never went there back in the day.
I ran from Eberden to Felwith at level 8, and I was too scared to like go back for a long time. So I did the Crushbone thing, I did the chessboard, I did Unrest, I did some bullshit, I did Mistmore, and then I did lots of Ocean of Tears and NPC pathing exploits.
I mean,
You ran
Yeah, I ran.
from Eridan.
Yeah, I put all my shit in the bank because I got invisibility at level 8, and I ran my ass to Felwith. I totally missed the Elfay zone. I didn't know Akanon was a thing, so I thought like I ran across the world. I was so proud of myself. Telling Dark Forest, Slam Sarin, and Brian Star 1214. Thank you for hitting that follow button. I appreciate it, and the rest of you hit it if you haven't. It makes me happy.
Speaking of Talon, Talon, is that spells Talon?
I think so, but I didn't
Everybody in
want
the
to
chat
say
right
that
now.
just in case it's not.
Everybody in the chat right now, if that is spells Talon, should thank that guy for greatly improving your EQ experience.
Mm-hmm.
let's see, we have people reporting different places. North Freeport on Vishan, Kelathan on Praxis, North Freeport on Saren. I know on Bertoculus it was East Commonlands Tunnel.
East Commons was a popular thing. My personal server didn't have it. We were GFA, but
I
East
think if I had to
Commons.
pick, East Commons is definitely the best.
It's good for a blue server because it's in between a dark bank and a light bank.
Mm-hmm.
But on a racial team
And
PvP server, East Commons was a
and
waste of time.
it's in between a neutral bank for Ixars.
No one cares about Ixars.
I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's not true at all.
I'm sitting here looking at a sky raid, and I don't think there's one single Ixar here.
I'm looking at XRs on your screen
Oh
right
no,
now.
there's one. I see
Ixars
one.
are
I see
way
two.
too good.
Token
for Sky.
XR.
Do you see a
Um,
second
Way
one?
good.
Oh,
There's look
okay.
at this one, the
I see a
Necro.
tail.
Larry, and Emperor.
Is Emperor
C2.
in a green robe?
That's a great name.
Emperor just turned into a Skelly.
Oh, I can't be a bothered to know what race Skellies are.
No, he was an
Kind.
XR until I said his name, and then he turned into a Skelly. I promise.
Hmm.
I
No,
don't know,
it's
just
true
new
story.
guy?
All right, hold on one second.
Well, Arg88 wants to know, did Tellen do the particles for Dragon Breath? Because that shit looks awesome.
Okay, there are no Ixars here now.
Frog.
And I
I-
don't know
I see
exactly
one right
what
here.
Talon did. You just
Oh,
wait
you
a
turned him in
second.
front.
There's a
Oh,
delay.
okay.
Is Talon responsible for the recent patch to the spell effects? Because I love
I
those.
think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Is if he's Tellen from the forum, spell Tellen. I don't see who else he would be with that.
He
kind of
said
thing.
yes in chat.
Then everybody should thank him for just amazing work that he's been working on for a long time. He definitely deserves a ton of credit for that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
A+.
Talon. New spell effects are classic, and they make my nostalgia very happy.
Yeah. My EverQuest is pretty. Thank you.
Are we seeing the new spell effects on your stream?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah, this
should
is
be seeing them.
post-change.
Hey, we have SC Swan with a slogan shout out Ixars, ribbed for her pleasure.
Wow. Wow.
You should
Wow.
get with Derubael. I feel the two of you would get along great.
Wow.
I'm sure you will make wonderful tail dances together.
See, Derubael, now you know how you make the rest of us feel on a weekly basis.
I'm pretty sure I don't make you guys feel that way.
You do. You do.
No, I don't think that's the thing. I don't know when the last time I went to one of you guys and said, "Hey y'all, I'm good because I'm ribbed for her pleasure." I don't think that's
Look,
been a thing.
these are the representatives of Ixars. This is an internal issue. You should deal with this.
I feel like if you did say those things, it wouldn't surprise anybody, though.
No.
That's totally possible.
Nope.
That I can get on board.
All right. Portosaurus says, I had AFK earlier. Did we discuss scorpion meat?
Okay, I think I can actually, like the Velius beta, try to speak on behalf of the player base on this one, and I understand Portosaurus's plight. People want scorpion sandwiches.
What's wrong with scorpion sandwiches currently?
I don't think scorpions are dropping meat. Maybe, I don't know. Ask Portosaurus.
Are they supposed to?
You know the greengrocer? That's Portosaurus. He's trying to sell his
Oh,
wares.
God
He's trying to make
damn
some
it.
money selling
God damn
scorpion
it.
sandwiches.
I love Greengrocer. I
That's
love him
Portosaurus.
so
He's
much.
amazing, man.
He made a
We're all
thread
big
saying
fans
that
of Portosaurus.
he made a thread saying that somebody stole food, and it was the greatest thing I'd seen in the forums
Oh,
in a
yeah,
minute.
that shit was A+.
I hope somebody
Oh, the
returned his
recipe's
food.
broken.
I liked
Ah.
that thread so much that I actually did a database lookup to find out who took the meat. It was worth every minute of my time to figure that out.
Oh, God damn it.
I love that someone's P99 experience is specifically that trade skill, just baking. EQ is so
remember-
amazing that this is the things that it creates when you bring it back.
Yeah, I know. Portosaurus was in Crushbone doing elf genocide. The memories.
Poor elves.
We have Tellen popping in. Well, Sirken's settings are down, so not quite full representative of the effects.
That's true. I have my
How
settings.
dare you?
I don't want to because it makes things blurry when it does. If I move at all, things will get really blurry.
Oh, your stream's not powerful enough? I have the same problem.
Yeah, I'm stuck with I think I'm 60-10. I feel like I shouldn't have these problems, but I think I have my XSplit settings all borked, and so they are what they are. The important thing is I A am not crashing, and B, it doesn't look like somebody threw paint all over the screen. I sent Derubael a picture one time of what my screen actually looks like when things get wild, and it's
It's pretty
bad.
bad.
It's
It's pretty bad. It's pretty
like
bad.
it's legit. It's legit. Swear to God, it's like looking. It's like eating a bucket of acid and then playing EverQuest.
I'm sure somebody has memories like that.
Suds Uberbandit is very much alive. Hello. Mr. Jones asks, why does the pet taunt suck so much? Taunt sucks.
Because the pet's not alive long enough to sufficiently raise his taunt skill.
Here first. I mean, a lot of the issues with taunt, if you ever leveled anything that taunts, is you're not going to land on anything above your level. It's just not good. You can't reliably land taunts. At least from what I played of Warrior. Shit ain't happening.
Yeah, you're
Does
gonna
the
want.
taunt get better as you get above level 25?
It's likely.
I don't know if it's a taunt issue entirely. If you're standing in melee next to a pet, I don't think there's any room for a pet to have aggro when there's a player standing next to it. So maybe this isn't entirely a taunt taunt issue. It's just a pet mechanic thing.
This is why SK pets are mostly useless.
They're a dot. No.
Well, I suppose you could say that.
And then mostly the rest is useless, right?
Wow. Psychotic says the pets pre-50 should hold aggro much better. That's why they added pet no taunt. This has been something that I know has gone back and forth a lot. I'm pretty sure if you surf through the forums, you could find a big post. And if you have evidence to the contrary, put that shit up and it'll get fixed. That's generally how it works.
That is how it works.
Nothing changes without proof.
Bug form.
As it stands, there's a lot of evidence saying the other way.
Our devs take the bug form very seriously. You make posts, they'll take the time to read them.
Let's see. Not It did acid once and played EverQuest. It was awesome.
I cannot support eating acid and playing EverQuest.
What's a frozen Moses?
I was about to ask the same thing. What the hell is a frozen Moses?
I have no idea.
He's nerfed though. That's been confirmed.
Confirmed. Frozen Moses no longer able to part C's in a single blow. The proc rate has been nerfed. Everyone can rest assured.
A+.
All right, chat. You're running dry on questions.
What's up, chat room? Give us
some things.
Give us questions.
Anything.
Give us questions. We have Knix here. We have Uberbandit. We have Stargazer. We have Lyaa. We have Derubael. We have Sirken. Ask questions to any of us. Don't be shy. Don't feel like you have to limit it to just me or Derubael. And just keep them appropriate, or I will absolutely ban you from my channel.
Lyaa6 wants to give the shout out. Hi, Mom. I would forward it, but I do not care to wake her at the moment.
Oh, good one.
All right. Red server still has global chat ? Sad face.
Sadly, yes, it does.
All right. Element08. What favorite mixed drinks? Or favorite mixed drinks? ?
Are you asking what my favorite mixed drinks are?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm not a big drinker, but if I had to, it would just be like Captain and Coke or Jack and Coke or some kind of alcohol thrown in with some kind of soda.
Dr. Pepper and orange juice. That shit makes colds go away. That is the good shit.
Interesting.
Tantrix wants to know, what are you wearing? The
Um,
better question, honestly, I think, is what aren't we wearing?
I'm
I
wearing
think
this
that question's
headset.
for Derubael.
Yeah, how do you fit your tail in there?
He might be AFK getting food or eating or something.
All right. Cuddles the Killer wants to know what my highest level character is. I'm not sure. I think Scout was 30 when I left her. I haven't touched EverQuest since the last time you've actually heard from me. I've been doing other things. I did Natural Selection 2 for a long time, got pretty good at that game, still play it some. Then got together with some friends, have been playing Terra, now doing a bit of Minecraft again. Question from Herbs. Do you still think about your first crush?
Daily. Ortosaurus has a question about a chunk
Hold
of
on.
ice.
Hold on. You
Hold
skipped
on.
over a very
Herbs-
important
Herbs
question.
deserves an answer here. I can remember mine. It was kindergarten. Her name was Brittany Jules, and I think at some point I bought some weird doll thing for her. But we were Valentines, and it was very sweet.
That's a great story. I like that one.
Battletoad wants to know, have you been working on Plane of Mischief? Do you like Plane of Mischief?
The devs have been working on all kinds of things, I'm sure of it. I don't know exactly specifically what they do and don't do on any given day, but I know that I like it, and I'm very excited that to know it's going to be on P99 in the near future.
All right. Bowie wants to know, how does the CSR team feel about the lack of beta testers?
We kind of addressed that in a whole rant earlier, but in a nutshell, we wish there were more people doing it. And
Steve, there.
also, Mr. John 3S and Joe Kizzle, thank you both for hitting the follow button. Rest of you need to do that if you haven't done it yet. It makes me happy, and it lets you know when I'm streaming.
If a thumbs up could make a sound, it would be this one.
Also, you guys should all take a second to put your links in chat. But we have Uberbandit 22, Lyaa 6, Stargazer 775. Put twitch.tv in front of all those. Go to their pages. Click their follow buttons too. These are great people that stream good things, and you're going to want to know when they're streaming as well.
All right. Yes, Bowie, go back in the VOD. There was a rather extensive discussion on the beta as basically our opener. Portosaurus wants to know, does Chunk of Ice currently exist in P99? Is it easy to look things up like that?
Why don't you hop on the beta server and tell us?
No, this is actually not a Velius thing. It's a
Oh,
Knarg thing.
I heard
I was
ice.
watching his stream the other day when he was looking for it.
Hold on, let me put my phone away. Chunk of ice. I honestly don't know. I don't do dev things. But if you think it's not dropping, bug form and a dev will check that out. And if it's broken, they'll fix it.
Zeropti asks, you guys running the server?
I'm sorry, someone just sent me a tell about semen. What?
All right. Well, Zeropti, we have Sirken and Derubael, who are GMs on the server, I believe. Derubael, you still a guide?
No, he is
All
a
right.
GM now.
You're in. 2 GMs. Then we have Lyaa, Knix, and Stargazer, who are players on P99. Lyaa and Stargazer are both streamers as well. You should be checking them out. I believe the names were dropped a little bit ago. I am the one and only. I have no affiliation with the server presently. I played a lot back in the day.
You still have characters.
I do.
They're still there.
I don't think I've actually set up EverQuest on this computer though. So it is not currently in my available repertoire.
He's our glorified chat room
Yes.
handler.
I am expert on everything levels 1 to 20. I have put nearly every class through that test. And, just a good guy. I might start streaming again if time and all that hoobajoop allows. But I don't even know if my internet can do it right now. Nodit wants to know, when is the next XP bonus?
Whenever Rogan decides it's time for one.
Whenever we break something and feel we owe it to you guys.
That's pretty much a Rogan spur of the moment decision, as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
All right. Globoxy wants to know: will Kentucky pull it out and beat UConn?
I don't watch kids play sports.
I believe the answer to that is, unless it wants to pay child support, Kentucky will pull out. Arg88 asks, isn't global chat on Red unnecessary? You could just send tells to the other 5 people online.
Oh, zing!
Oh, shots fired.
Snap.
Alright. El Banana Rooster. What's the best thing a starting guild can do to get in on working on epics? Seems like for most people, MQ is your only real hope.
Well, you can join a guild that does raids.
Or get on the raid rotation in Class R.
That's
Any
joining
guild
a guild
can
that does raids.
Any
Well,
guild
no.
can get on that rotation. Like if you're a new guild and you can do the content, you can get on that rotation, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit of time before you can get some mobs. So the sooner you get on the rotation, the better.
Or just join a guild that is going to be higher up on the mob you want sooner.
This is also something you can do. Yeah, but he was specifically asking. I have a mouthful of food. I'm sorry. He was specifically asking how, if you're a new guild, how can you get into the MQs, or how can you get into the epics?
Yeah, get your guild on there.
He wants to know how you can be like the A team, basically.
What if your guild is only like 6 people deep, though?
Then you probably shouldn't be asking about epics to begin with. You probably need to work on recruiting a little bit more.
Okay.
A lot of Ivenders hoops.
Guild
Alright.
of Rogues.
Biz wants to know, is saying, I invested 7 years of my life into EQ and I compare every MMO release since to EQ and I have not been satisfied. Please help. I've been playing Terra. If you enjoy an MMO with a different sort of pacing, it's definitely you aim your own shit and you dodge your own shit. The goal is to not get hit. Tanks aren't tanky, so to speak. They just have the ability to not get hit by things.
Did you notice Arg actually answered the chunk of ice question?
I still have quite a backlog.
Ah, well, chunk of ice is not classic. It's Dungeons of Norath.
Excellent.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, there's a
Wiki was
link.
a little unclear about it.
Well, I'm trusting the link that I didn't click or look at.
I've looked at that page. No, me and Portosaurus were looking at that page the other day, and it says it appears to be non-classic, but I don't know. It doesn't seem confirmed.
Well, confirm that shit.
Somebody get on that.
I would recommend Bug Forum plus Wayback Machine.
Wayback Machine. Sounds good.
Hey,
Yeah,
Buzz.
the Wayback Machine is actually really great, not just for EQ research, but for all kinds of things. I use the Wayback Machine
It's
all the time.
really nice.
These kids and their Wayback Machine.
Back in my day, we used cache pages.
Back in my day!
2001. Back in 1999, when the web was still young and you couldn't find the cheat codes you wanted on GameFAQs.
Lyaa.
You put the number into a rotary dial and you called the server owner.
What's up, Knix?
Oh no, you called that cheat
Are you
code.
guys actually going to fight anything here?
I have no idea. I asked Arg if we could pull, and he said we are soon.
You guys remember the cheat helpline that they'd always have like in the back of the manual for like
Yes.
It'd be like, we're gonna
You'd be like
charge you like
egregious
$10
amounts of
a
money.
minute to give you cheats. Yeah.
Oh man, that was disgusting.
Exactly. Quite the phone bill calling for tips and advice. Especially for games like Super Metroid, where like there's some parts of that game that are just really hard to progress on if you don't know what you're doing.
Alright, we have
I bet they made bank off that.
P. Mackin suggesting, you know what would make the forums better? Bans in blue forum sections from red players saying, come to red.
Nope, not gonna happen. Don't even bring that up to either of us, because neither of us are gonna enforce that.
Should there be an EQN server that allows PvP with item loot? I
No.
think that depends on the whole mechanics of EverQuest Next.
No.
I mean, it really depends on how the game works. Because from what it sounds like, they're taking an entirely new direction, with only the vague interest in keeping it somewhat like classic EverQuest.
It's not
so
going to
Rogan,
be.
you don't want to GM that?
All right. Suds wants to know, will Uberbandit ever play his Ranger again?
Yes.
Maybe.
He will.
I mean,
He gets bored. He'll log in. He'll do some dumb shit and crush bone.
it might happen. It's not
Did you
entirely likely.
get to level 31, Uberbandit?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked in a long time. I don't believe I did though. I just don't actually have a drive in EQ anymore. Experiencing and getting around the community was good for a while, and helping out the people that I was able to doing all those 1 to 20 runs was good. But I'm also quite satisfied serving that, being on Sirken stream, answering questions for you guys, doing what I can. I have the possibility of streaming the other things I'm doing right now. I just have to do some testing and stop being a lazy bastard. Alright, we have Stargazer. What level is the Enchanter now?
Oh, he's up to level 40 as we speak. Coffee Breath has been wanting me to level up faster so that I can catch up to him and we can group together.
Excellent. Pulsate is making an illusion request. Access denied.
Somebody made a character named Coffee Breath.
I think that's his Twitch name. He's got a more EQ-like name in-game.
Gotcha.
It's something that sounds like it would be pronounced by an Ixar. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
There's an issue of contention here. Safety Scissor Me says, "Hi Stargazer, I like your stream. Your disco ball is awesome." You have a disco ball?
He does have a disco ball.
It's like a disco light. I gotta take a picture of it someday and like post it on my stream. Yeah.
Actually, no.
What?
People need to go to your stream and see it for themselves.
That's what I mean, but people have never seen the light. They only see the little stars that it reflects on my bald, shiny head.
Stream event. Show it live on stream.
I'll do that one day.
I can't support this alternative to lava lamps. If you're going to capture any essence of the 70s, 80s, 90s, it has to be in the form of lava lamps. Disco balls will not fly. The boycott has begun.
Wow.
Actually, disco balls and lava lamps were completely different eras there. You need to learn your 60s, 70s, and 80s a little bit better.
Don't own a time
60s,
machine.
70s, 80s, and 90s all into one group.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
You don't exist in a time paradox. It might be nice for you, but sometimes the lines get a little blurry.
Pick a side. You can come watch my stream, twitch.tv/Stargazer775 if you like disco balls, or you can go the other way and do whatever they do.
Uberbandit 22 stream if you like lava lamps and cute Asian girls.
Cute Asian girls making
Uberbandit puts that
hand
cute
gestures.
Asian girl on her thing like on the stream all the time.
Not just one cute Asian girl.
No, I have a repertoire.
Multiple. Right.
I took very careful care to transfer those over when I got my new hard drive.
Oh, I thought
Back
you
Didn't
were talking about,
transfer EQ.
I thought you were talking about the character models in Terra.
Oh, no. I
Like
have an
Terra,
Amani.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't Terra a game about cute Asian girls with big swords?
One
all I
of
know.
the breastises, but
That seems like an accurate description.
that's about right.
What race do you play in that game, Uberbandit? Now
I
I'm
have an
curious.
Amani female.
Oh, okay, you're good then.
I like the Amani
He's
quite a
not
bit.
playing
Males
one
are
of
really
the
good, too.
little,
I can't
little
stand
like. You don't like Ellen's?
Ellens are okay.
What?
The
Wait,
heavy
wait,
armor
wait.
for Ellens is pretty good. Like it's
What
just
is an Ellen?
Google it.
yeah, just
I
just
don't know
spell
if I
it,
want
spell
to.
it.
I
EL.
play. I play an Ellen Mystic on Terra.
Yeah,
Alright,
my
so I
two
searched-
buddies are Castonic females, and I give them shit all the time for their tooth floss pants.
Oh yeah, they have the yep.
They're
Mhm.
rabbits. Are they rabbits? Is that what this is?
They can be little animals, like a
rabbit.
fox or a rabbit or like a kitty or whatever. They're just like
And they
I don't know.
wear any clothes? Is that also
Yeah, they do.
accurate?
They're like little girls. They're cute. I
Wearing
think
There's a
dental
lot of
floss
thigh.
thongs. Very short shorts.
they
Interesting.
put something in like the cash shop in that game that could make your Ellen thighs not so huge or something. It's really
What?
weird.
You could also
sounds
conversely
very
make them
Jeff.
larger.
Really? I didn't see that one.
It's the Fed bills.
Oh, okay.
There's a thigh changer, a height changer, and a breast changer, which only works for the swimsuits.
Of course.
For a larger booty, just pay $299.99.
What are we
Actually,
all
they're giving
doing
these for
playing
free.
P99 when there's a game like this?
I mean, there's a lot of good in that game, but you have to
You're
understand.
listing the things, right?
Of course. But fan service is something that's been around for a long ass time. You can look at the models in EverQuest and see the same thing. Need I bring up half-elf females?
That's true. That's
Exactly.
true. You know what also?
What's wrong with half-elf females?
I would like to know as well what is wrong with half-elf females, sir.
The thong.
It's not a thong. You
What is that thing?
You just have to have the right pants.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit risque. It's a little bit risque, ladies. It really is.
I have
Fine,
more than
ogre
one time
females.
on my stream come back from AFK to find an EverQuest player model cleavage filling the entire third-person camera that I left AFK. So people come into my stream. It actually happened on like the second or third day that I
They
started
position
playing.
themselves in front of your camera.
Yep.
That's so
Yep.
great.
First time it was a barbarian, and I will remember that moment forever. It was like, this is amazing. What people are doing this? I didn't even think people were watching my stream before I started playing P99, and then people started doing that. It was excellent.
All right.
I had an ogre try to force himself on a gnome in Chardock on my stream once.
That does not sound good in any way.
It
was
Is it one kill quota?
It doesn't sound enjoyable for either party, and it sounds downright terrible.
The poor gnome was just running for his life.
Was the ogre Grogmaw?
I honestly don't remember. It was like 2 or 3 months ago. But Zeropti, Mr. Black 707, no diet, no dit, I don't know. Psychotic and Mipstein. Thank you guys for hitting the follow button.
What did you say that one guy's name was?
I just rattled 5 names. I'm going to need a little bit more help.
Well, I thought you said something like no dick.
Nope, I said no diet.
Nodyt. I can't pronounce that guy's name either when it comes into my stream.
We have a small backlog here. Cuddles wants to know where to level a 17 wizard on red.
Unrest. Carefully.
Very carefully. You're the single pole. Well, you can. No, you can't quad. Cayman are a thing.
Oasis.
Oasis Cayman.
That could be a thing.
Wait a minute, what level?
17 wizard on red.
Wow,
On red,
what a
though.
coincidence. I have a level 17 wizard on red as well.
Well, get a sweet
And-
wizard duo
Duoing
going on.
Crocs.
Just
Yeah.
destroy mobs.
Well, I was just going to say you should try Najina when you're by yourself.
Oh yeah, I did that around that level.
Nagina's another good one.
They're like light blue at the entrance and they're dark blue a little bit further in. They're like perfect for that level.
Now we have Mr. Jones wanting to know where we would recommend leveling as a 21 mage. Miss Moore.
The pond.
Yes.
There's only
They're-
6
they're
people
really-
for an entire server who can be in the pond group. Miss Moore, it makes me sad, but it's good EXP.
Well, and you can walk in on a mage and solo it until a group comes up as well. The polls are fairly easy. You can. I don't believe there's more than a 2, and so you can root 1 and all that hoopadoop. Let's see. Element says Elguk. Elguk on the server is a little weird. Getting the free mage to go in, I mean, it works, but it's not something that, for me, where I just wanted to log in and get a group. In the 20s, I would just hit a Miss More. Let's see. We have Age of Myth. We missed your goodbye. Age of Myth was sleepy. Thanks for streaming, and thanks for Project 1999. Good night. Good night, sir. And or madam.
Good night, whoever that was. I missed their name.
Age of Myth.
Good night, sir. I think it's a sir.
You know what? Good night.
I don't think an
thing.
age has a gender.
It depends. Are we speaking in Spanish?
Nah, see? That's good. That is a good point.
All right. Wiki page is up for deletion. We have talk about the ice chunks. Call the Nest hotline. Tell you where to get all the warp whistles. Brajale
Those
wants to
whistles
know,
clean.
how do you ask questions?
Just like that.
Yeah, you've got it. Like, grade A question asking, you have a gift.
A plus. Luckily, we don't have a limit.
Oshai wants to know what island are they on? Haven't been paying attention. I'm guessing this is referring to the stream.
We're on
7.
7 right now. We're waiting to pull the bees. I don't know why we're waiting. Should be any minute. I'm getting impatient myself.
Notit wants to know any plans for a pre-Velius server event.
Like an event to launch Velius with? Probably.
Yes.
That
You heard
could
it
be a
here
thing,
first.
yeah.
Probably. Depends on how fast it gets done. If it gets done quick and the devs are like, man, we have time to make up random bullshit. Random bullshit will get made up. Get on the beta server. Make them want to give you things.
Who knows? We might end up giving things to the people that actually did beta test, just as a way of saying thank you for being those people when so many other people didn't.
Talon has a good suggestion. Sometimes using Google's search tools and limiting the search between 1999 and 2001 or so can help you find classic era info.
I like
It's a
it.
good tip.
That's
There
a-
was a development in chat on Alakazam's, the current Alakazam, on their page about the chunk of ice that drops in Timorous Deep. There are comments from September of 2001, May of 2001, April 2001, so perhaps it is classic.
Didn't Velius come out in like December of 2000? Or is
But this
that?
thing doesn't drop at Velius. It drops in Timorous Deep.
Sirken.
But
you
what
need to
I'm
make a big
saying
chunk of
is,
Iceland on this raid.
just because it drops in Timor's Deep doesn't mean it's from Kunark.
Ah,
They went
A lot
back
of
and
things went back and were changed.
yeah, they added
Interesting.
items to zones with every expansion.
All right, we're getting back to one of the original arguments. Half elf female was the first side boob for an entire generation. El Banana Rooster brings up dark elf assless chaps. Someone address it.
That's a thing.
It's a thing. Age of Myth half elf females are pretty gross. Battletoad, they have visible somethings. Portosaurus, I've streamed barbarian boobs on purpose and advertised it. Suds wants to know what Terra server I play on. Good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe it'll be streamed, and then maybe you'll know. Let's see.
Uberbandit
Grogmar-
22.
Yep, it's a thing. It's a thing. Grogmon is streaming ESO right now. Traitor. Hey, ESO. I could go into that, but I won't.
In some
Zerati.
ways, it is better than watching a pantsless ogre twerking, but it's still kind of traitorous.
No, ogre for days. Zerupti wants to know, where can I get a copy of EQ Titanium?
His best bet is to go to our forums and ask the community. They're real helpful with things like that.
There was an incredible thread describing the best way to get titanium on the forums that somebody linked in my stream today. I wish I kept the link. It was an awesome thread.
Well, he'll probably get a link to that thread if he asks.
Yeah, Arg said to PM if he wants the link. The other way is the internet. Pretty much the internet. Portosaurus asks you'll give us chunks of ice for helping test beta.
No, they're not classic. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure they're not classic.
How long before blue is closed so people will go on the beta? So that depends on how many people get into the beta.
Yeah, and it hasn't been decided that that's going to be a thing.
It would really only be if it's an absolute necessity. Let's see. Lee Wiz wants to know how to beta test.
Slash
things.
copy something.
Kill things and like how to actually.
Yes,
Well, right
how
now we're
to
being
beta.
told. Right now we're being told it's not working.
I just
Well-
tested it too.
If it was working, what command would they use?
They would use /beta
Slash beta.
on whichever character they want to copy over to the baby sorter, to the beta server.
And
The
well, you
baby
go-
sorter? Yeah, it's not a thing.
You go onto the beta server and test the living crap of whatever you want to test the living crap out of, because literally anything and everything is currently being developed. Spend some time. If there's something specific that you need better access for or certain commands, talk to Rogan, work something out, and you'll be doing a lot of excellent help for the server. El Banana Rooster says the people demand scorpion meat and chunks of ice for testing Velius. The people demands it.
A root beer float goes really nice on the side of a scorpion sandwich. Just gonna put that out there.
Confirmed.
God damn.
Spyro wants to know who is the one reading the questions. I am Uberbandit. Hello. Globoxy wants to know, was Bragel's monk question skipped? Am I slipping? I'm a little rusty. I don't see a Bragel. Aha! What div did the bare fist code for monks? I think it may not be classic.
Have no idea. Your best bet is to check the patch notes and see if it's listed. And if you think it's broken or wrong, go find evidence to support your claim and throw it in the bug form.
Dacon loves Uberbandit in and around the mouth. Just shaved, so that's oddly relevant.
I love that. That's amazing. Thank you, Knix. Exactly,
Hello,
yeah.
Nix's frogs.
Those are my
Can you
my
just-
Oregon tree frogs
Can
in
you
my
just
pond
set-
outside.
I just need you to set your headset next to your windowsill tonight. Just stay on a Skype call with me, and I'll just turn my speakers up and fall asleep to those frogs.
Oh God, they're actually there.
If that didn't sound so creepy, I would think that was an amazing idea.
It is an amazing idea. Fantastic. See, like, I have frogs up here too, but like for some reason, and we only live like one state away, but all of her frogs are out, and none of my frogs are out. I can't hear them outside at all, and they help me sleep. So.
Fellows brings something up incredibly important. Derubael dodged his duties. Do we have a number on what the most amount was lost because of the ban?
You should ask them. Person who wants to know about the money. Do you mean on a single account or?
Yes, they mean on a single. Who lost the most cheddar?
I don't want to give a solid figure, but definitely at least one or two accounts lost around 1 million in items and plat combined.
You heard it here.
Safe
1 million. What has been the biggest bust in 99 history?
Oh man.
What do
Either
you
of you
mean?
remember? What's like the biggest loss that you've busted someone for?
I found an account with 2 billion plat on it and destroyed it live on stream.
I would say that one is probably like that person was already banned. I think. Yeah.
I just wanted to destroy it on stream.
Right.
Do you think that plat itself was duped? Or was
Yeah,
it
that was-
somehow
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it was duped. It was over 2 billion.
2 billion?
Alright. Zarapti wants to know pancakes or waffles. What one would you rather? Waffles for days. Pancakes are weak and soggy. Waffles you can fill with fruit, and they're crispy and delicious.
Can I have one of each if you're making?
Oh man, like pancakes have the sogginess of pancakes has nothing on the crispness of waffles. Graham crackers. Crackers or cookies?
I like the cookies, depending on the cookie.
Wait, what's the what?
Is a graham cracker actually a cookie, I believe is the question. Like an animal cracker. Is an animal cracker actually a cookie, even though it's called a cracker? Same question about graham crackers.
Oh, yeah. Cookies are a completely different set of ingredients. And so are crackers. It's the graham cracker is a graham cracker. That's why it's named after the dude.
You're wrong. It's sweet. There's sugar in it. A soda cracker doesn't have sugar in it. Graham cracker
and
has
it's
sugar.
and it's a soda cracker versus a graham cracker.
Are there crackers that don't have yeast? Because I know like a soda cracker has yeast, right? Is that what classifies it?
No, it doesn't. Doesn't it just have the salt? Is what makes it rise slightly?
No, I believe there is yeast that makes the.
What
Crackers
does
puff.
make a cracker?
You know what? Next time on Sirken Stream, we have a doctorate of crackers in to answer all of your deep, longing cracker questions.
We need like a professional pastry chef in here. We should get Portosaurus on for the next.
Hey, you know what? We have the authority. Portosaurus. Chime in.
Seriously, we need an answer, a definitive answer from the greengrocer. What is the difference between a cracker and a cookie, and under which category does a graham cracker fall?
Now, Dakon wants to know, do we get free stuff for watching the stream?
You very well could if when I do a giveaway, which is gonna happen.
Such great giveaways have included,
My mouse pad.
which doubles as an envelope, which doubles as a likely DNA sample for Sirken himself.
But
Did you ever mail that off?
no person never gave me their info. So I threw it in the garbage and hoped that the universe would just take it to him.
It's on its way.
It's out of my hands now. But I'm actually going to have a legit giveaway with something people might be happy to have. And unfortunately, though, they might have to do a little bit of work to be eligible.
Effort.
hmm But we're
Alright.
talking like a $60 to $90 value depending on where you shop.
Here first. Come to Sirken stream, watch free entertainment, get value.
Get stuff.
Alright, we have
Is Raid
Talon.
piping to these bees? Is that what's happening?
It looks bad.
That bee looked bad before it started killing everybody. I'm just saying.
It looks like someone's trying to kite it now so the rest can camp, though, so that's good.
Talon would
That's
like to
good.
see the real raid target despawn, turn into that model and pretend to be that mob and mess with them.
That is not nice.
But hilarious.
There's no way of knowing if somebody isn't already doing that.
That is true. Maybe Nilbog is all the boss mobs.
Bum bum bum.
Globoxy asks pie or cake and follows up with ninjas or pirates. I think the pie or cake is honestly a loaded question because there are so many varieties of pie.
It
can
really
be completely
depends.
Different. Like you
Cake
having
as
one
well.
made out of like chocolate mousse. The difference between a chocolate mousse pie and an apple pie are astronomical.
It's true.
Cake,
Yeah. What about a Boston cream pie? That's both? It's both a cake and a pie. I mean, that
Exactly.
question is just you can't answer it.
I
It's
think-
like the immovable object, unstoppable force thing. You just can't pick one in one universe.
Well, I think honestly we just need to stop dealing in absolutes. Why not enjoy both?
That's what I was saying about the
Sometimes-
pancakes and the waffles.
You know what? We can have equality between pie and cakes, or we can enjoy them separately, but equally.
Let's do both. Let's do it all.
Separate but equal. Ninjas or
But
pirates?
definitely
Moving with the
ninjas.
crackers.
Ninjas above pirates.
The thing about ninjas is that ninjas are only cool when it's ninja. Pirates are cool whether it's a pirate or many pirates. Multiple ninjas just make shit go bad. That's not how they function.
A whole clan of ninjas is not awesome to you?
No, the more ninjas, the less effective they all are.
You're underestimating ninjas, and that is a really bad move. Do not underestimate ninjas. You're gonna get
I will
yourself in trouble if you
underestimate
underestimate.
the hell out of them because most of them were actually just peasant armies. Nick saying, "I hate all the froglocks in her pond." Yeah, fucking froglocks in your pond. Shit ain't classic.
It's just I have them. I have them.
She has
I have
all
them
the frog locks.
Well, I hate them. Shit ain't classic.
They could be guck or guck frogs are very classic.
What's that guy down there? He's
Yeah.
dressed in some weird clothes.
Nah.
Globoxy asks, sausage or bacon? Sausage. I mean, if you're talking like
Actually, it's a tough question because bacon has a lot of good things going for it, but really good sausage can be a better complement to a breakfast than bacon.
Does this have
sausage
to be
has an
breakfast
entire country
sausage?
behind it.
I mean, does this have to be breakfast sausage? We could go into the same thing with sausage that we went into with pie, really.
I mean, sausage is really just kind
This
of
is
meat
true.
and intestinal
It's
lining.
true. You can have dinner sausage and lunch sausage, but
These
whenever
graphics.
when I think sausage, I think maple sausage for breakfast. That's what I think.
See, I think like the legit German, this came out of a meat grinder sausage.
Oh,
Oh.
Dakon ate all the bacon, so we can't actually have this discussion.
Speaking of Dakon, thank you for clicking the follow button, sir.
Excellent job. Approved ability to press a follow button. Sausage needs condiment, bacon needs more bacon. you have not had good sausage. I mean, it's not only condiments. With sausage, you add in the spices. There are cheeses. It can get good. Multiple meats, meat blended sausage. Pork, you only have one option.
You can have bacon in your sausage.
That is also true. You cannot have sausage in your bacon.
No, that's not a thing.
You cannot fill bacon.
You could have maple flavored bacon, but you couldn't have sausage flavored bacon.
Also, well, there's an argument for sausage wrapped in bacon.
That
Who
is
sausage.
in that option.
That's a thing, and it's a group effort at that point. It's teamwork.
See,
There you go.
cooperation is possible. It's not all opposition.
It sounds like for most of these things, we're going down the middle way, the middle path.
Dried froglock leg or pickled froglock? I would say pickled. The thing about
I'm on
dried
pickled, too.
meats is they don't taste very good. As far as preservation methods go, pickled will give you the best flavor.
I gotta say, party sausage sounds like a dirty innuendo and not something I would want to eat.
You know what? I will oppose Derubael. Bring your party sausage to me. I will eat.
Yeah,
your
I'm pretty
sausage.
sure he's asking for you guys to bring your dicks to his house right now.
That is
Like,
not.
I'm
That is
I'm
not
100%
family appropriate. That is
Yeah,
not family
sure.
appropriate.
Please. I
That's
just
what
want
it
some party
sounds
sausage in my mouth.
You didn't even try to cover that. There wasn't even innuendo or anything.
Yeah, I believe that.
Sirken, what zone are you in? Is that Cardinal's Castle?
That is Carner's Castle. I'm in the left
I have not
courtyard.
been there on P99, and I'm having serious flashbacks right now. This is awesome.
Yep, that's where we are. I will even do a little spin for you. Right here, left courtyard. VS is through that door.
All right.
Well, and then a couple more doors, but
I've run out of questions.
have you run out of questions?
The chat is dry. I'm looking at Tellin having said bacon and 7-layer salad, Italian sausage and soups.
My brother took these red peppers, cut them in half, and like emptied them out, and then filled it with like ground beef and Italian sausage and tomatoes and onions. And I didn't know I was supposed to eat the pepper because I was later told that's a thing. But I ate all the stuff inside, and it was delicious.
That sounds good whether you eat the pepper or not.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know. Like, I was bringing my plate back in the kitchen, and he's all like, "You didn't eat the pepper," and I was like, "Really?" Because I thought that was like the plate or the bowl. I didn't think I was supposed to eat
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I don't know. My
He's
sense
like,
on peppers.
You can eat the bowl?
Someone get this man a waffle cone. But I don't know. The texture on peppers is rather off for me when it's like straight up in foods. Like I love peppers like as a salsa thing or mashed, but
Raw
I'm not
peppers.
big on the texture of raw pepper.
No, you don't like cooked, or you do like cooked peppers. I only like them raw.
Same difference, honestly. In general.
No.
I'm just not a fan. They're delicious. The texture needs to be kind of overwritten by something else. Pizza
I like
does a
them
good job
raw
of that.
only.
I remember there was a kid at my elementary school who we used to get pizzas occasionally, pizza parties for, being elementary school kids. And this was back, I believe it was Papa John's, and I don't know if they still do it, but they always, I think of it as them, put the green pepper in the pizza thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just eat the sumbitch in one bite, and that was like his thing. And he turned so fucking red. The best.
Wait, I don't have Papa John's here up in Canadian land. What green pepper in what pizza thing? Like, is it a pizza? Is it, what are you talking about?
So you get a pizza, and in the pizza box, there is a green pepper.
Lyaa, do you know what kind of pepper that is?
Is it a hot pepper?
Yeah. It's a peppercini or something like that. It's a
It's like
little
yellowy
green. Yeah, it's kind of like what banana peppers are made out of. And I do the same thing, actually. I eat that thing in one bite. I love those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Essentially
they're
the
not
same
really all that
consistency.
spicy.
No, they're not spicy. And like,
Yeah, those
I'm a
things aren't
spicy
hot.
meter.
I like having jalapenos on my pizza. I actually like jalapenos on everything, but
Jalapenos are delicious.
they are.
Well, Arg, we all thought it was spicy. We were in elementary school. He has the joke on us. I have to go kick his ass now. Peppercini are not. See, the things you don't know when you're 8.
They're like a pickle. They taste like a pickle. Like if it was a slightly spicy pickle, right? Because it's
Oh
in
god,
brine.
Yeah.
spicy pickles give me a flashback.
Stargazer. I think they do have Papa John's in Canada, by the way, wherever you're
Oh
from.
man, not in my part of Canada.
So you live like somewhere crazy.
Well, I grew up near Toronto.
They definitely have Papa John's in Toronto.
Man, what about?
You're gonna have to
I feel like going
investigate
to
Mind
that.
pizza.
equals blown. Someone send this man
I
a Papa John's
swear.
pizza.
I lived in a smaller city than that in Canada, and we had it.
Uh, okay, now were you on the eastern part of Canada? Like were you in
West.
Ontario? So maybe it's only out west, because I don't know.
Okay, maybe, but I would think you should Google it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna Google it.
For spicy pickles, it was after a party at some point. A day or two later, we noticed there was a jar of spicy pickles in our fridge. No one in the house had bought a jar of spicy pickles, and the question was, who brought it, and was anyone going to eat it? They were delicious. Thank you, mysterious spicy pepper man, depositing them into my fridge. I would not have found out about how glorious they were otherwise.
Yeah, apparently there are Papa John's in Canada, and I was unaware.
Yeah, Globoxy, Papa John's is not good. Pretty much, your chains for good pizza are non-existent.
I thought Papa John's was the best of all of them. I don't know.
They're all bad. Like,
When I was
if
a
you've ever
kid,
had good pizza, they're all terrible.
I know,
used to
but
I loved Little Caesars when I was a kid, but
Little
now that I
Caesars?
think back to what it was, it's like so greasy and so salty, and I guess it's like, as a kid, it's like, oh man, it tastes so intense, but nah.
Little Caesars is probably my favorite chain pizza, mostly just because it's cheap pizza. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You still eat it. My favorite pizza that I have available is probably when I go up north to Wisconsin and get Rocky Rococo's. That is some legit deep dish. It is delicious. This is the awkward silence where Chad isn't getting any questions.
Oh man, I had my EQ window selected and I couldn't push to talk. I got to run as administrator. I think your best bet for pizza is not a chain, like a one-off, or make it yourself.
Or
I would
Actually,
argue
pizza last night.
there's a great chain. Or go to Chicago.
There you go.
There's a
Go to
great
Chicago.
chain-
Go to
there's a
Lou
great
Malnati's.
chain in Washington called Papa Murphy's. I know they have it in a few other places too. It's take and bake pizza, and it's really good. That's the
Okay.
best that we have around here. That's not like the one-off restaurants are better, obviously, but
Arg88 is throwing down. He says pizza is just a greasy tomato on a bread plate, i.e., it sucks.
Yeah,
Comments?
most places
You-
that he's right, and he needs to
Yeah.
go to a real city like Chicago that knows how to cook food and get an actual pizza.
Get you some goddamn deep dish and then talk.
It doesn't even have to be deep dish. We make regular pizza better than the rest of the goddamn country too.
It's pretty true. That's the only reason I'll probably ever go back to Chicago.
It's one of many reasons, but that alone is worth it. It's not even close. Like, it's not like other places are close.
Globoxy wants to know best delivery pizza in West Chicago. Passes through frequently.
What's it called? I don't know. Maybe Giordano's.
Maybe Giordano's. Aussie wants to know, what do you all think about Outback Steakhouse? I'm an Australian and I never heard of that place till I started playing EQ with guys from the US.
That's like saying,
personally,
I'm
it's-
from Beijing and I've never seen a Panda Express.
That's like saying, how about them bloomin' onions?
It's a steakhouse. It's nothing special. It's a steakhouse.
It's the American take on what they think Australians eat.
Yeah, they have shrimp and their commercials have some dude with what could be called an Australian accent.
Sounds legit.
There's no
That's-
Outback Steakhouse in Australia. There's no Panda Express inside of real China.
Yeah. Although, the Panda Express at the Mall of America is pretty legit. Like, the orange chicken has like peppers in it, like actual fucking little red shrilled ass peppers that will burn your mouth off and are delicious.
That sounds wonderful.
There's also a roller coaster.
There shouldn't be a roller coaster.
There's a roller coaster in the Mall of America.
This shouldn't be
America,
a thing.
folks. Burn your mouth off and roller coaster. Please.
Well, there is, I believe, a mall near Alberta. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
there's
Edmonton.
an indoor roller
Yeah,
coaster in the
there's
West
that
Edmonton
giant
Mall too.
one.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
which-
exclusively American. I was just.
yeah, and I think that's actually bigger than the Mall of America.
It might be. The West Edmonton Mall is pretty monstrous. It's an abomination.
Confirmed, Canada, bigger malls than America. Who really is the materialist?
I've been to that mall. It was humongous. They have a water park inside the mall too.
I would probably say it's a crime against humanity.
Let's see. Telena asks Aussie specifically, are you offended by their commercials using the accent and the stereotypical Australian things?
He says
Yeah, they don't have the
"Honestly,
franchise
we don't
there."
even have the franchise here, so it must be crap.
True story. I mean, again, it's nothing special. Yeah, Teddy Man, it's a Chili's for steakhouses. That's a very accurate description.
I like it.
Pretty bad.
That's a pretty
Yeah,
good.
You should never order a steak from the Outback Steakhouse,
That's a good description, though. Chili's of steakhouses.
for sure.
I know there's a good. If you're ever in the armpit known as Rockford, Illinois, the Hoffman House has pretty legit steak.
I won't ever be in the art. I won't ever be there.
Don't go to Chicago and go to some other steak place instead. It's only an hour and a half down the road. Why are you here? Get out while you still can.
Oh god damn.
Although, we are getting something interesting. There is a trampoline park going in near our mall. I don't know
So
if any of
that
you are
sounds
familiar
like
with
that's
Okay.
just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
No, they are honestly actually good amounts of fun. Imagine dodgeball on trampolines.
Oh yeah, and I'm telling you, some dumb ass kid is going to crack his face open, and his mom is going to sue the shit out of this place.
Something tells me they'll be fine. I don't think anyone. Wait. You know what?
Yeah, remember, this
wait
is
before making
America.
an assessment. I will wait. I have to say, more people probably bust their faces on more stupid things, like walking down the middle of the street at midnight. But I could see that happening.
I think that everybody who opens a trampoline park in today's environment would make you sign away your life before you jump on the trampoline. Would they have to sign a waiver and say, if I actually break my face, then I owe you money instead? And it's in the fine print, right?
I owe you damages.
Exactly. If I get my blood on your equipment, then I technically have to pay for you to replace your equipment, and then I can't sue you.
Oh yeah, Teddy Man lives 20 minutes from Rockford. I'm sorry.
I feel like I live like 20 or 30 minutes from Rockford.
Chicago is like an hour and a half down the road, depending on traffic.
Nah,
Yeah,
it could be done.
we go there for IKEA many times. I know the distance.
IKEA's not in Chicago.
It's at Chicago.
It's not even. I have to drive like 45 minutes to get to fucking IKEA.
Chicago's fucking huge.
No, it's way out of Chicago. I think I even have to pay a goddamn toll.
Well, it still takes an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah, that is not Chicago.
Oh, man.
Anything that's
Killing
more
me.
than 20 minutes away is not Chicago.
Well, what about O'Hare? Is O'Hare Chicago?
O'Hare is like Washington, D.C. It's its own thing. Like, O'Hare is just its own fucking property, and it doesn't follow the laws of the city or the state or anything. I love O'Hare. I live like 10 minutes away from O'Hare.
IKEA is Schaumburg or Bowling. Oh yeah, it is Schaumburg. All right, that is a thing. I don't go anywhere near Chicago unless I'm being dragged there, so I'm not the foremost expert. I just know it's far enough away that I would rather be going north.
Well, you should come to Chicago for the pizza.
I will just go north, deal with the Rocky Rococos, and go to Madison or Milwaukee.
Why would you drive all the way to Milwaukee or
It's
Madison?
literally the same distance.
As Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you know where Chicago is.
I know where Chicago is.
I don't know. We're going to do geography one of these days, you and me.
Like, from me, Milwaukee is like barely an hour. Or not Milwaukee, Madison. Madison is like hella close.
All right,
Because
well,
we are north.
You either don't know where Madison is or you don't know where Chicago is.
I know where Madison is because I have to go through Madison to get to Portage, where some of my family, which is an hour and a half, because Portage is half an hour north of Madison.
I'm not buying any of your shenanigans. I'm gonna
Alright.
take a day. I'm gonna drive to Rockford and then I'm gonna drive to Madison, and I'm gonna debunk your craziness.
All right, you can do that.
And then I'm gonna make you reimburse me for gas.
Okay, so Knix, I just realized, was trying to watch my stream to see the Disco Ball Madness, and I had my cam off. But Disco Ball Madness has resumed. If anybody, my stream is just nothing right now. It's pointing to Sirken's stream. But
See, do
I
you hear
just wanted to
this?
see it. So
This guy doesn't even have his disco ball on all the time. You know, when you look at Uberbandit stream, you see lava lamp. It's there, no doubt. Lava lamp.
God damn it.
Consistency and lava lamps. Uberbandit 22.
Good job, buddy.
Well, actually, Milwaukee sucks so many one ways. Yes. Getting into Milwaukee is usually okay. We go there for Summerfest a lot. Every time we go out, it's another question entirely. We have gone over the river many times.
And through the woods.
Well, there's specifically a river, and if you get on that bridge, you're fucked because you're going all the way across the river, then coming back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds
That was good.
sounds very fun.
The worst one was the very same trip, and as we were getting, because we were going back to Portage, so we drive from Milwaukee to Madison. Around when we hit Madison, there is this giant ass-raping storm. And my stepbrother decides at this time to inform me that the windshield wipers on his car do not work.
That's A+.
Yes. Heads out the windows earlier, half drenched in rain, and finally convincing him to turn to an exit. It stops the second we park. Fortunately, we did turn off on the right exit in Madison.
Well, that's good.
Yes, that happened at least. So, Nodit has a question. Who wants to help me get my Necro armor from the row quests?
I don't.
I think you should try to solo them. I had a blast soloing my enchanter ones. It was like some of the most exciting experiences I've had.
Shadowed Man. But yeah, you're a Necro. You can... I will give you the stereotypical response. You're a Necro. Why don't you solo?
God damn it. Maybe he likes people. Maybe he doesn't play an MMO to play by himself.
Wait, but he rolled a Necro.
Exactly. Necros can't do anything but solo, Sirken. You know
Necros are people too, and good Necros can do more in a group than a lot of other classes. Mainly, especially, and most certainly more than Rangers.
Can they track?
Sure.
Aw.
Sure, they can track. Because they can just run around and flop, and it doesn't matter. They can just go look at everything. They track the old-fashioned way. They don't need...
But can they see it through walls?
Yeah, my
Can they
Necro
turn
could.
into puppies?
My Necro could
Can
see
they
through
turn
walls.
other people into puppies?
They don't need to. They can turn into skeletons and eventually specters.
Do they have unique raid buffs?
Yes.
Dead Man Floating.
Oh, Jesus, fuck Dead Man Floating.
That is the best spell in the game.
What else do Necros have? Oh, do they get level 9 cleric spells at level 30?
I don't think Necros would get cleric spells, but to be fair, clerics aren't getting Necro spells.
Technically, they both have the DD line for undead, as well as some of the fears and stuns.
Those are not cleric spells, those are Necro spells.
Are they?
They are.
Because last time I rolled D&D, Turn Undead was a cleric ability.
Well, good thing this isn't Project 1999 D&D quest.
You know the inspiration. Do not lie. Paladins have lay on hands. That shit ain't a coincidence.
It's completely coincidence. That's what a coincidence is, sir.
Tell you, man, Necros are completely useless other than dead men floating.
No, they're not. Necros can pull, Necros can spot heal, Necros can dump mana to clerics, Necros can summon corpses if people need to get their shit, Necros can res the cleric should the cleric die, Necros can
go AFK and
snare,
rinse themselves to death.
Necros can snare, Necros can mez, Necros can root mez, Necros can DPS.
Do Necros have an AoE unresistible lull?
Why would they need an AoE unresistible lull?
Pulling.
You don't need to do all that. You can just run and tag what you want and flop.
What if it's a caster?
Flop before he
Basically-
starts casting.
Basically, what he's trying to say is that Necros are glorified mana bots.
Essentially.
I know what he's trying to say. I'm wholeheartedly disagreeing with him.
So I'm saying that's what you're trying to say, is that's all I've heard from this run-on sentence. That
You go back to not paying attention.
is that you just think
Get
Necros
out of
are-
here. Get out of here. I'm done with you. Go stuff your face with a burrito.
What? I'm paying
I
attention
don't have
now.
one. I wish I did.
You do have to say, Necros obviously do not work as hard as Rangers. When you get a Necro, they are always inexperienced at this.
So
less
many
experienced
Necros are
at the
bad.
same level as a Ranger.
So many Necros are bad Necros.
Exactly.
Rangers. I don't think an argument can be made that Rangers do any more than Necros. Because let's be honest, all they do is run into a boss and then die. That's pretty much all they're there for. So,
Exactly.
At least the Necros
That's
did
contributing.
full fight.
See, it is a selfless contribution. While Necros bitch and moan about how often they have to twitch other things. Because they could be doing so much more DPS that only one of them could actually do on a boss because of the way dots stack.
Oh, you don't say.
I do.
People are sending me tells.
And to follow up, Necros, I don't believe, get a damage shield.
They don't need a damage shield. They're not tanks.
Well, why can't you damage shield noobs to help them out? Do is fucking walk by and dead man floating. You know how annoying that shit is when you're actually trying to pull in areas where you don't want dead man floating?
Wait, are druids tanks now?
Also
What
true.
mages? Mages tanks?
Yeah. Do mages tank Sirken? Do they need damage shields?
I'm not
Mages
taking sides here. I
tanks.
just try to figure
Wizards?
this out.
Mages,
I think,
mages
are the best
need
tanks.
mages need damage shields. That's a true story because they're kind of like a tank. They like break off a part of themselves and turn it into a tank.
What
Game
about
do you
the
play,
wizard?
Sirken? I'm confused.
Shush.
Yeah,
Shush.
Gobot. See, Rangers don't need to feign death. They do the real thing exceedingly well.
Die.
Yeah, fuck you, pretenders. I ain't afraid to
Oh
be real.
god damn it.
Also, your epic is a duck.
All right, it's a horrible epic. I can't defend the epic
What
at
is
all.
that thing actually? Is that thing really? What is it?
It's a quack
Honest.
stick.
It's a Sarnak head.
It's a duck.
Sarnak?
That's the worst Sarnak skull.
Really?
Sarnak skulls look so much better.
There are lots of Sarnak skulls in the game, but I don't know. They don't look like that.
I've never seen a Sarnak with a head like
That's
that
like
shape.
a Sarnak skull made out of PVC pipe. Like, this was some kid's, like, elementary school project. Like, it's
Okay, well, what
paper
about
mache
a
duck
sword
head.
that blows leaves?
Yeah,
Leaf
druids
sword.
are also awful. They're just wannabe rangers.
You know, I never thought of it that way, but the Druid Epic is in fact a leaf blower.
It is
Isn't that what
usually-
people used to call it?
Yep.
The leaf blower?
And Rangers have 2 epics.
They
Still
do.
better than 1 epic.
Well, it just means more work, though. No.
No,
No.
it's a Ranger epic. Who's fucking contesting your drops?
Actually, since it's the Pulsing Green Stone off VS, quite a few people.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously the Ranger gets it.
The Ranger Epic is like stupidly hard to get because of that.
Well, ninja loot.
Yeah, that goes over well.
Well, you'll have your epic.
That's true.
Until the GMs take it apart.
Oh
They don't, no. GMs don't have to. They don't care about Rangers. GMs give 0 fucks about Rangers.
We love
We don't
Rangers.
deserve that.
No, we love Rangers.
Exactly. So GM favoritism, obviously towards Rangers. It's fine.
No,
Rangers
no,
continue.
we love
Not if
all
they are MT
classes.
though. Not if they are MT.
No, no.
There are a shocking number of Rangers that are MT'd.
They need
I
to
can imagine. It's
Because
fucking
they're
miserable.
so hard to play.
It's so miserable.
So hard to
Derubael,
level.
would you say the most banned RMT class is Ranger in this recent wave?
It's possible. Ranger or Rogue or Monk. Yeah.
God, no, I can believe that. Leveling a ranger legitimately isn't for everyone. You have to be a special sort of man to be able to handle all of that class.
Ranger was my main back in the day.
All right, we're friends. But yes, so I can believe the RMT for it, just because people are weak. They can't handle the real challenge that Ranger provides. Also, I just realized I'm lucky to come back when the hybrid XP penalty is dropped. Then I might go back to the Ranger and start playing again some more, when it is not as absolutely miserable.
You're going to be doing that for a while.
Yeah, I was wondering when are all those changes after launch? When do all those go into effect?
Not forever. I don't know, to be honest. I really have no idea.
Ever?
I have no idea. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, I really Druid Epic. Druid Track is just horrid, and Druid Epic with the root overriding snare. It's just horrid.
This is pretty rough.
Worst epic ever.
Mr. Jones, I'm leveling a mage just so I can farm plat to play a warrior. I will say, having done a warrior on basically no budget, you can have a decently geared warrior at all levels just off of really nice people, because a lot of the warrior tanking weapons are actually exceedingly cheap. And if you walk up to someone in like leather and they're sitting there, crafting armor, you're gonna get either a shit of a deal on a bunch of bandit, or they'll just fucking give it to you. People on the server are nice. Don't underestimate how much people pity warriors or other classes that people that are just starting out on warriors, because there's a lot of cool people on the server.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for example, I was on my Ranger, and I was just sitting in EC asking about prices, just getting an idea for what some of the Ranger gear I could be looking forward to was. And someone dropped a Hammerhead helm on me. Just because I was a new Ranger starting out. And they were like, yeah, Rangers are cool. And Hammerhead helm is like 6-7K, at least it was at the time. And so I was fucking hyped.
There's some really good people out there, and they donate or give away shit for weird things, Like, he probably just... I'm sure if you were, like, a bajillionaire in P99 monies, and you saw some little Ranger and Crushbone just starting out, you would drop a 6K item on them just because you love Rangers.
Yep.
But if you saw a Necro, you'd be like, fuck you, scrub.
Nuker, it was Janus, who also helped me a lot with my True Shot bow. So, Janus, best person, P99 confirmed. Dark Elf Ranger.
Wiggity Woo wants you to know that he leveled a Ranger to 60 without the Chardock AE groups.
Good
And,
proud.
What's up, Wiggity Woo? I like his name. He's been watching for a very long time. His name makes me smile.
That's a pretty awesome name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Jones already gotten 22.5. Exactly. Like, the server's been around for so long that a lot of people have money they don't know what to do with. And so they just want to help out the player base that's still growing. I mean, I have also been through quite a few giveaways that were done in Calithin just by people that bring in, like, purity bells or little stuff like that, some slow tier jewelry, things like that. It's, if you're gonna start on P99, if there's anyone here that hasn't started, it's not difficult. There's a lot of people willing to help you out.
Just don't RMT it.
Yeah. Honestly, you don't have to. Like, so many people are willing to cut deals on news. I've spent so much time in EC selling gear and rebuying that I can say deals, cutting, all that, it's more done. Never pay the listed price. It's not a thing.
Indeed. We're going to watch the end of this kill, and then we're going to wrap it up. So, I think I think we should probably say thank you everyone for your wonderful questions and for hanging out and all those good things. And click the follow button if you haven't, and check out the YouTube page, youtube.com/SirkenP99.
Make sure you check out the YouTube page. There's a bunch of really cool short clips that Sirken's been making. They're all fucking hilarious. Check them out.
Thanks.
There's stuff there.
Thanks.
They're not on Twitch page. You can only see them there, so go see them there. And they killed the bee. We finally got to see the bee die.
The bee is dead.
So that's A+. What else? What else? Derubael, say goodnight to these fine people.
Good night, fine people. Thank you for being patient and waiting for Sirken to get his computer put together and back up and running, and being loyal listeners and loyal watchers. We appreciate it.
All those things. Uberbandit, say goodnight to these fine people.
Chat, I know and love each and every one of you, and you will all be in my thoughts as I go to sleep tonight, maybe, if I decide to sleep ever. I hope I can be just as special to each and every one of you.
And where's your Twitch page?
Twitch.tv/Uberbandit22. Lava lamps and cute Asian girls.
A+ job there, buddy. Oh, Knix,
Hello.
say goodnight to these fine people.
Good night from the Dagobah Swamp.
Oh, that's awesome.
A+. And Lyaa, say goodnight to these fine people too.
Good night, fine people.
Tell them where to find you.
It's been fun. You can find me at twitch.tv/LYAA6. I'll link it.
And Stargazer, thank you for coming on. Tell them.
Well, thanks
tell
for
them.
inviting me.
Absolutely. Tell them where to find you and what you're doing over there.
I'm at Twitch TV/Stargazer775, and I stream usually P99, but if not P99, something else fun 5 days a week. And I'm going to put a link to my stream in chat too.
A+. I think that's all of you. And all of you guys, thank you very much for coming on. Always appreciated. And if you haven't clicked follow button, click follow button. If you want to play EverQuest Classic, best classic on the whole internet, www.project1999.com. Currently in Kunark, Velius is coming. Open beta is a thing. Server sees about 1,100 individual players every single night. No cheating or RMTs or macro quests. We'll ban the absolute shit out of you. It's 100% free to play forever and ever. There's no cash shop or station stores or any of that. Am I missing anything?
This is the site.
Oh,
Download the game and just profit. There's literally no downside except most of your social life.
meh. www.project1999.com.
It's
Go
EQ.
there.
It's going to give you a whole new social life. It's not a downside. It's all about being social.
Oh, guys. What do we have here?
Winter is coming.
You know what? I think it's time to play the video. So that's gonna be a thing.
Do it.
It's gonna be a thing. It's happening. It's got music. I'm gonna take the music away though. All right, pals. That's it. That's Skype. That's not XSplit. All right, pals. I'm muting us so you can watch this wonderful video if you want. Have a wonderful evening.